I'm Lucas Owens.
And I'm Brittany Owens.
And we are founders and co-owners of NOG in Greenville, North Carolina. NOG is a seasonal holiday pop-up shop where we come up with fun and festive decor, menus, options for kids to sell a nostalgic festive holiday drink that we can all relate to and come together. It's a long story, but
it was about this time last year, around a bit earlier, maybe around Thanksgiving. A little backstory: Lucas and I owned a soup delivery company in Raleigh. We moved it here for a bit, but it really had fizzled out by this time last year. We just couldn't put the time into it. But Eggnog was one of our holiday offerings, and it was just a super fun, nostalgic drink that we've always had every holiday. And we really wanted to be able to give that to the community and offer that. But I think the delivery thing got kind of...
It was out of the question, I think, at that point.
It's a hard season to kind of fit that in, but we wanted to have it at a single location where people could come and pick up.
Right, so it started as a pickup idea where we would host or house our product in an establishment where people could either pre-order it, so we made sure we had the product, or just come into the shop and we would have quarts of eggnog available to them. And we took that idea to our friends and owners at Smashed Waffle, Hunter Harrison and Justin Cox, to use their storefront.
We thought Eggnog and Waffles were a great dessert sharing, and it felt along the same fun, whimsical vibe.
Right, and to couple with what you said, we were just extremely busy with. We had just moved back to the area from Raleigh. I had taken a very exclusive high, hour and labor job in the surrounding areas. Britt had relaunched her interior design company and kind of rebranded a little bit with the move that we had made. And, going into a storefront for a pop-up for the month of December, it seemed a little, I don't want to say too ambitious, but it seemed like a lot to take on with what we already kind of had going on, which is why we went to Hunter and Justin with that idea. And one thing I love about the partnership, and I think you would agree, would be that the four of us as individuals are all very creative, but we're creative in different ways. One thing that Hunter really brought to the table, and Justin too, was with their company Catch Creative, which is an idea house, a branding company, marketing company, kind of multifaceted company that was able to look at the idea of NOG and say, being in our storefront would be great, but we really think it's much bigger than that. So we kind of veered off and started working on branding this as its own thing. And then we started to look for locations 3 weeks before Christmas.
It really helped because there wasn't a very large time window from when this thought was born to when NOG opened.
It's less than 30 days.
So I think it really helped that we all played to different strengths, and Justin was able on the back end to go ahead and get a lot of the permitting and things done with the city. They already had a great relationship with everyone on the board there in the city, and we were able to get things done pretty quickly.
Right, and Britt came in and saw the space that we had decided on, which we'll speak on that, and just immediately got to work and made it look phenomenal. And what's the term for it? Kind of the
kitsch, like
kitsch.
A kitschy Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's just a whimsical, fun play on vintage Christmas. It kind of has that tacky sweater feel, but very nostalgic, very
classic
mid-century, old-timey classic Christmas, which I think is that tinsel and that colored light and that sort of Christmas feel.
Right, and the space that we went into was large. It was a lot for you to to cover.
It was, and it was a difficult thing the first year. Nobody knew what NOG was to support it, but we were lucky to have a lot of friends that said, here, take my Christmas donations. It's a great cause, great idea, we love it. And so we were able to borrow a lot of items. Even this year, we buy a lot of what we have from the Dollar Tree, and just really try to get things 5 and below, things that are gonna stretch how much we're able to donate. Because if we put less into the decor, and we're really conscious about, how much we're spending, we cost everything out, and really try and consciously make an effort to be able to donate as much as we can. And at the same time, still make this feel like something a little bit different, that you're not just walking into a place and grabbing eggnog. It still feels very Christmas.
Yeah, there's a purpose to it, which is why we obviously want to keep those costs as low as possible. But speaking on the space of last year, a good friend of ours, Don Edwards, who owns properties all through the city and surrounding, I was just at his office one day and telling him about the idea that we had, and he leaned back in his chair and crossed his leg as he does and said, well, Luke, I think I have the perfect location for you. And we walked down to 406 Evans, I believe. And for people that are longtime Greenville residents will remember the Tipsy Teapot. That was the location that we went into last year. And Don supported it immensely, and gave it to us free of charge, and just asked that we would donate to a charity. And thankfully our ideas aligned on that, and we talked for just a few minutes and decided on the Children's Miracle Network at Vine for proceeds to go to that, and we got to work.
And this year the building's donated as well. We're on Dickinson. 707
Dickinson. Again, another good friend of ours, Thomas Taft, owns the space, and it was sitting here at the right time. And with everything happening down here, the fact that we're opening a restaurant on the street in spring of 2020, we really wanted to be down here. And one thing I think we were a little worried about missing was the Christmas parade. We were front and center of that last year, and it was very beneficial to what we were doing. And this year, time and time again, Greenville comes through, and I believe in it so much. And although I was worried about that at first, the night of the Christmas parade was our biggest night to date, including both years.
Just an incredible. Is not possible without the community. From getting the building donated, to people donating lights and decor, to the people that are at the Children's Miracle Network. They're donating all this really great signage. They're telling people about it. Our friends and family, the owners of the buildings, just everyone has done a really great job in supporting us and spreading the word. And it feels great to have that community here.
So proceeds, we take care of what we need to as far as keeping the brand in motion, keeping the doors open, the lights on. Of course we have to take care of those things. We pay our staff, which again, speaking on the community, it's pretty incredible to see how many people actually want to work here and be a part of it. If they're not able to donate their stuff or their grandmother's lights or whatever, they still just want to be here so badly, and it's really incredible to see.
Just drinking a cup of NOG is a donation.
Absolutely. Just walking in the door and being a part of it in any way is a great donation, which we're very thankful for. But the proceeds, like I said, specifically go to the Children's Hospital at Vine in Greenville, North Carolina. All of the money that we donate stays here, and it's used for various things. I think last year, parts of it were used for machines that allow very premature children to stay alive and to have their chance at living.
Transport
equipment, I believe, was some of the funds we used for that last year.
I think equipment in general, it's all going, 100% of what they receive is going back to the kids. So they're not taking anything out.
They're not paying their staff. It doesn't go into payroll or anything like that. It's very much for the children.
Sure. So we're open one more week. We would love to have you guys come out and support us, as many of you already have, but tell your friends and family. Pick up a board game, grab a cup of eggnog or hot chocolate.
Grab a blanket, go to the patio, sit by the fire.
We've got movies rolling, Christmas music playing.
Yeah, so thank you for your support so far, and we look forward to seeing you.